Alright everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you guys to smash that like button. If it's your first time here, do not forget to hit that subscribe button and click on that notification bell so you don't miss a single video and you're up to date on our chart analysis here with 42 Vision. So I have the SPY pulled up here. You could see how we've hit multiple dip areas on 42 Vision here, which is white with red borders, and we try to reverse every single time, but the overall direction has been downwards, right? We need to talk about what happened with the CPI data, what this means moving forward, and how we just tested a very important support level that we talked about in yesterday's video and even the day before CPI data released. Now, before we break it all down, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity I mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home runs of the day were spectacular and beyond expectations, and if you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market and receive this edge and clarity over the charts with 42 Vision and getting connected over to our bots, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord and getting connected over to our 42 Vision indicators, and you'll become part of our growing community of investors all looking to learn and grow together. So these are the three stocks I mentioned this morning. Every single one of them gave jumps of 5 to 10%, 10% plus, but one of them turned out to be a home run, and that was CLNN. We caught this one in the pre-market under a bear indicator and it went into weakness towards the bell. After the bell, it went into strength on 42 Vision, got that bull indicator as an extra layer of confirmation, and it jumped up nearly 20% plus, consolidated, went into strength again, and hit a highest point of 30% plus, guys, within hours. And our other home run of the day turned out to be from our Apple bot. It sent out a bull indicator at 9:55 a.m. and from that moment forward, call options went up at their highest point of possibility, 150% plus within hours, guys. If you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market, receive this edge and clarity over the charts, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord, getting connected to our 42 Vision indicators. We strive for opportunities like these every single day. We look forward to having you join us, and let's jump into these charts. So here we are with the SPY, and as you can see it's trying to bring itself back up, but the continuation, as we stated earlier in the video, has been to the downside. We're going to pull up some articles and a statement that was made by Jim Cramer. We'll see if it comes out to be true, and it was based off of yesterday, right? If you guys have seen my videos before, you know what I'm talking about, but let's talk about what's going on in the charts in the bigger picture, and I'm going to pull up the bull and bear indicators, which you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 Vision indicator, getting connected to the SPY bot, our QQQ bot, our newly released Tesla bot, and we have other bots on the way so that you can receive the clarity and edge that you deserve within the volatility of the markets to maximize on opportunities, whether stocks are going up or going down. And you can now join the members using these resources to maximize in either direction by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts. So here we are with the SPY. It was under a bear indicator today in the pre-market, went into extreme weakness, and has begun the shifts from extreme weakness to red with green borders to dark green, followed by a bull indicator. And to complete the transition, if it goes into further strength, we would see some bright green bars pop up following these dark green, right? If not, it may end up consolidating in this area before pulling right back down like it's done in the last several days and weeks, right? So I'm going to be watching for that very carefully here within the volatility of the 30-minute. But when we zoom out and we put the 1 day, we have talked about this, how we've been under a bear indicator since way up here at 444. And the first bear indicator that popped up at the beginning of the year was January 10th. And within this consolidation, when we zoom out now to the 1 week, you could see that this was all volatility and fake outs. And this bear indicator on the 1 day since April 13th has been holding true all the way to this point. And you could see how things try to come back up, and now they're going right back down consecutively, 4 red bars back to back on the 1 day chart, guys, coming to retest specific support levels within the chart. Now when we zoom out and we look at the 1 week here, you could see how this was all a fake out within this consolidation, as I stated. And then in April, things continued on the 1 day, but this bear indicator has been up since January 24th, right? And when it tried coming back up, no bull indicator, rejected, and it's been under a bear indicator for the last 7 months. Now, the last time we had bear indicators and we had corrections / crashes, it only lasted for several weeks to months before a bull indicator popped up, and those bull indicators lasted for about a year each time, right? Now, when you zoom out and you go even further back towards 2007, 2000 to 2003, the dot-com bust, you can see that these bear indicators within the volatility did not switch, no bull indicator for nearly almost a year or 2 years in the 2007 to 2009, and same thing from 2000 to the bottom of 03. Now, I did have in between, but that was actually very weak and not strong enough, and you could see every time it hit the dip areas, it tried bouncing right back up, and none of them had bull indicators except for this one, and it consolidated there, was having trouble, bear indicator, and continuation to the big bust of going even lower, right? Now, let's look at these articles together and what they state, and we're going to go ahead and analyze the overall picture right now of where the stock stands overall in the markets based off the SPY, right? Because the SPY is the overall market. Not every single stock is going to follow it or move just like it, but it could impact its performance or direction to a certain extent based off what the SPY does, right? So on the 1 week, we've been under a bear indicator. I'm going to continue to watch if this can actually cancel out and bring itself back up and finally get a bull indicator, because the last times that we've gotten bull indicators, they have lasted for several months and even years. So right now, yes, we are down into a bear market, nearly almost 20% down or more, but within the volatility, there's been opportunities daily, guys. I strive for them every single day. I always state that in all my videos. It's not financial advice, just my personal perspective and opinion alone. But I'll continue to track how things are moving within the volatility with 42 vision, especially when you zoom on in and use the 15-minute and even the 5-minute to go ahead and see what's going on in every single day to maximize in the moves, especially when these dip areas pop up, followed by a bull indicator, and in those moves with options, there's anywhere from 10 to 20%, even 20% opportunities. And today, it's done a complete transition from the dip area to the rip area, followed by that confirmation of a bull indicator. And literally the SPY went from 371 so far all the way up to 378, nearly $7 plus within the day. And on options, that right there is anywhere from 100% plus to 200% plus, depending on the weekly expiration and so forth. But even if I'm swing trading, day trading, long-term trading, I'm going to continue to use 42 vision to maximize within the moves. So right now we are pulling back down, and we talked about how important 372 was. We touched slightly below it at 370, 371. And if you put here the 30-minute, you could see that yesterday was July 13th and the low of yesterday was 373 in the pre-market, right? And this is where we state what Jim Cramer has been stating in the last several days. And he stated this on the 12th. July 13th will be the market bottom. That was a bold prediction, and I have stated in the previous videos. I look forward to seeing your thoughts down below about this, but it turned out to be not the market bottom. It actually went slightly below that. Could it be close to it? Who knows, right? No one can time that, but we do have charts to follow and watch. And I believe personally that volatility will continue in the markets. It's not going anywhere, especially with headlines such as this one, where it states here, Bank of America slashes their year-end S&P 500 forecast to the lowest on Wall Street as it expects a recession this year to last through early of 2023. Right now, this is all speculation and hype right now. We do not know just yet if this is true or not, but if they're making these decisions, it means something, right? And it's all fear right now. So they went ahead and slashed their year-end forecast for the S&P 500 to 3,600. So if that is true, that means that we may retest eventually down here at 362 on the SPY or even lower. Now, in between now and the end of the year, a lot of volatility can happen to the upside and to the downside, right? And as you look out and we zoom out to the beginning of the year here, I actually have to go to the 1 hour so we can kind of zoom out and see the bigger picture, everything's been moving up and down all the way to this point. It hasn't been a straight line down or a straight line up. There have been multiple volatile moments, and within those moments, there's been opportunities to maximize within the moves, but no straight up or straight down. This has been a very volatile ride to end up here. So in between now and the end of the year, we could try to retest right back up here to 390s or even 400 or 393, or we could go ahead and now retest towards 360s, bounce off of it, and then go right back towards it or even below it, right? Nothing's guaranteed, but right now we do know the support levels we need to be watching, and it's fighting right now in that area, which is 372. We broke slightly below it today to 371, and it was a little bit lower than yesterday's low. So yesterday did not mark the bottom. I'm not sure if that was the bottom before CPI data was released or after it was released. I'm not sure, but right now we are here looking at this, trying to come back up, and it's actually fighting to get back to a break-even standpoint where it started in the pre-market and where it's at today. Now, after those type of headlines and those slashes, that does not go ahead and go into effect until a few days later or more Fed members come out and go ahead and favor this speculation as well, which is the fact that the US rate futures, right, lift on the chances of 100 basis point hike in July of the Fed meeting based off the hot CPI data. Today, there's already been one member come out and spoken about this on how they favor if it's necessary to go ahead and do the 100 basis point hike. They stated that already, and if more Fed members come out, then that's going to create even further fear and also uncertainty upon the markets, right? And then we also have headlines like this one coming out, just like how it states here. Santoli states that the S&P 500 tests the low end of its recent range as Wall Street projects bleak market scenarios, guys. So they're looking at a bad second half. A lot of people are stating that earnings season is coming up. It's going to affect the markets. Some of these earnings are going to have to be revised, and they're not going to be as aggressive or to the upside as people believe. And what I believe right now in the markets is there's going to be a continuation of volatility. As you just saw right there, it's trying to pop up the bull indicator. It does not confirm until the next 33 minutes. This is based off the 1 hour, and it's trying to pop up right now. So within the volatility, you could see that when things were pushing up higher, that bull indicator wants to pop up based off specific levels in the chart, but it needs to close and confirm, right? So as you saw it pop up, that's how 42 vision works. And if I keep it up, you could see that right now the stock is pulling back. But if it breaks specific levels, especially if it breaks above right now what it just tested, which was around 378.40s and 50s, it could possibly try to pop up again. And if it stays above those levels with strength for the next 32 minutes, that bull indicator may actually pop up and confirm. But right now, things are pulling right back down. You could see it here. It has a bull indicator on the 30-minute. It's trying to fight there, and it's right now at 378.19. It keeps fighting between that area and the 20-cent range. If it breaks out back to the 30s and 40s, we'll look at the 1 hour again, and you'll see that it may be popping up. But right now, these are the key things to be aware of, right? All the headlines, all the news, and volatility will continue in the markets. That's my opinion alone. It's my perspective. I could be completely wrong, but that's the way I'm looking at things right now and how I'm handling it. Right now, it's trying to go back up. I'm actually going to leave it here as I talk so you could see if that bull indicator pops up again. It definitely needs to confirm, though, and hold above specific levels based off the next 30 minutes. If it just goes up and down and it doesn't stay above it, it won't confirm. And there it goes. It popped up once again. Now, if it stays above these levels and it's trying to break out to newer highs for the next 30 minutes, that bull indicator may confirm within the charts. And there you guys got to see a glimpse of how 42 vision works within the volatility. So right now, it's trying to hold itself up here on the 30-minute, and we want to be aware of the support level of 372. And if it breaks through that again or below 371, the next support is down here at 365 and then 362. And if 362 gets broken through, the next level I'm watching is 350. Now, to the upside, if we stay above 378 or 377, the next level will be up here at 381 and then back up to 385, where it rejected multiple times in the last several days. So those are the key levels I'm watching to either side, and the overall market is going to continue with volatility. Once again, my opinion and perspective alone, and I'm going to continue to try to maximize within the moves. And every single time 42 vision hits a dip area, we tend to have reversals, guys, as you can see here in the charts. Some are weaker, some are stronger, and when they're followed by a bull indicator, sometimes they tend to have an extra layer of confirmation, and there's the move, guys. Every single time. This one was pretty weak. This one was pretty weak. No bull indicator until towards the end in the pre-market. Very volatile. And then today's here as we see it. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.